Hi guys, this is Doc, playing some Minecraft again. And yeah, inspired comeback guy by the recent events on the Hermitcraft server with pufferfishes. Obviously, I also thought about a useful use for pufferfish. And the next best thing you think about, obviously, is the thing triggers when you get close by, right? So, probably that it changes his hitbox could be used for player detection, and indeed so. And I'm not the only person that thought about that. I found out there were other players before me, that showed pufferfish player detectors, and the designs are quite similar. Mine is quite a bit more compact, I think, but yeah, it's quite obvious, right? You get close to the pufferfish, it will pop, and then you can use that to, for example, open a secret door or something like that. And you can hide the design also in a ceiling. The setup I came up with here, you can see it's completely hidden, right? There's nothing above us, and it's a clean ceiling. And for example, it could be in the floor. In the floor, though, you cannot have a full block to cover it. It has to be half slabs. So yeah, that's that. I think it's pretty neat, and I wanted to share how to build it. So here it is. That is the basic setup. You can make it in survival. It's very simple to do. I mean, you need a half slab, a bit of water, and these 4 blocks to surround it. Best use glass when working with entities, and a tripwire to detect it. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Let's quickly take a look at it in action. So the pufferfish puffs in 2 stages, kind of. First stage, let's see here, that doesn't trigger, but the third stage does. So the trick is now you have to have this 100% reliable. You want to have the pufferfish in kind of the top half of the water block there, and that is where the trick with the half slab comes in. I haven't seen this trick before, I don't know, but it's always hard these days. It's not an ingenious invention, it is just very logical to do that, and this works 100% reliable. So I'll show you how to build that real quick. It's not as simple as it looks. It needs some trickery. Before we learn how to build one of these, I want to show you another cool effect. So it can also detect all other living entities in the game. It's not only a player detector, so even armor stands, which are considered a living entity per definition in the code, can be detected. Aside of that, for example, also hostile mobs can be detected, creepers, right? Like that. Interestingly, maybe it could even be used for sorting. So, for example, in this setup, right, it would detect the creeper right away. But if we have a cow, it couldn't detect it because the cow is lower. So, possibly, this could be used to sort out baby zombies from taller zombies, if it works somewhat similar. Of course, it can also detect cows also. Maybe it could be used to sort out baby cows from bigger cows, but the whole baby zombies and normal zombie idea is kind of intriguing. Yeah, maybe it could be used for sorting. So I see a lot of applications for that stuff. And yeah, now let's learn how to build one in survival Minecraft. Well, to build one of these, it's actually very simple. So you just decide, okay, where is my half slab gonna sit? So right here, this is where the pufferfish will sit on, right? And then you just go ahead and frame it in. Keep in mind, like blocks like that, if you waterlock them, you will see, the water is not leaking, so you don't even need a ceiling below, just so you know. So right now it's impossible to get the fish in there properly. If you do this, a complete disaster, right? Everything spills. If you do this, just make a place above it and then put the fish in there, and then just try to, remove the water source. The fish will not properly float down there where it belongs. So to properly do it and make the switch really reliable, what you do is you build a setup like this, right, with your half slab, encase it 1 block higher, and then you just build up a little bit here, so you have some space to work with, and then you come in and place a piston facing downward, glass block. Doesn't have to be a sticky piston, but yeah, you can use a sticky piston. So now pretty much you close your whole thing here again, you know, your enclosure, and then when you build it in survival, you probably should stand over here also, because this thing stings like mad, obviously. So you put the fish in quickly, glass block on top, and then just do this. Power the piston somehow, and this will delete the water source here and push the fish exactly down into the half slab, so it sits there perfectly. And yeah, you can remove blocks again. It would never jump out there also. If you don't have like water next to it, it will. Maybe if you have water right here, it might try, but I've never seen it jump out or anything. Yeah, and then you just need your detection, which is done with tripwire hooks, obviously, right? That is an easy way to do it. And now the fish switch is already done. I mean, if you go to survival now, you can see if you walk up to it, pops, right? First stage, second stage. And as it's nicely sitting in there in the half slab water, it will always be very reliable. I did some more research if other people showed designs like that. I found one video recently by Multi-Slayer and the Foamy Legend. So maybe he was the first to ever show this. It's always hard to find the proper person to credit. But his setup used tripwires too, but there was no half slab or so. And I think it would probably not be 100% reliable. But because my testing showed if you have the fish just in a water block, it can sometimes not trigger. But I'm not sure, maybe something changed or so. So this should work very reliably though. And yeah, this is how you build the fish switch, the puffer fish switch. So they're not only a nuisance, they can be useful. So yeah, thanks for watching, my friends. I see you in the next episode. I'm out. Bye guys.